I'm putting the glass.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, y'all? It's another episode of the D Start Show, man. Hey, justice for Jada West, man. We're gonna say that every show, man. We had their family on last week. Justice for Jada West. I heard that Shaq stepped up, paying for the funeral and everything, so that's a good thing, man. But one thing I want to say, man, to the people out there, man, time is something you can't get back. So don't fuck up my time, dog. The day that I had a bad day, dog. I got to tell y'all, man, about this shit, dog. I'm the type of person, man. If I say 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show up at 2.
Dang, you ain't gotta put me out like that.
No, it ain't about you. Me and Nick said that when we was talking about the credits need to be ran and everything. I said, Nick, he gonna think we talking about him, but but we not talking about you, though. I'm talking about the day I had today, man. So I was telling Nick, I had to go meet my mechanic and stuff, man. And I told him 2 o'clock sharp, you know. But I had so many people, man, throwing curveballs and everything, man, and affecting my time, you know. So I'm like, and I had to tell one dude, man, when I snapped on, I said, dog, time is something you can't get back. That's one thing in life you can't get back. It don't matter what you do for me. So I'm asking the guy, I said, so how you going to help me for my time? You know what I'm saying? What you going to give me for my time? Because you can't give me the time, back. So what are you gonna do for me for wasting my time?
Nick would ask for some booty.
Well, no. How about that? That sounds like the beginning of a porn flick. Yeah, you talk about what you gonna do to keep back my time. There you go, man.
Yeah, man. But hey, y'all, we got a good show for y'all today, man. Hey, we got a listener letter, man. We got some things we're gonna dig in from we wanted to talk about last week, but we gave the flow to Jada West family. Like once again, guys, on this show right here, even our Dope Loving TV family, we're gonna talk about Jada West until we get 100% justice for her death. And also, if y'all don't know, Dope Living TV will be having a live show in Gary, Indiana, this Saturday. So y'all come out, man. Once we get the information, we'll post it on our Facebook page. I may even show up, man, out there, man. I'm planning to come out. Make sure I'm not gonna make no promises.
You thought you was coming, man.
I'm coming. I'm not. I don't want to make no promises, and y'all be hey, dropping your balls, dropping everything. Hey, look, hey, we're gonna go now, but
and D gonna get up Saturday morning, look at their phone, and be like, man, I ain't going out there.
I may even show up. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
But you know what I'm saying. If I do come out, I'm gonna join the Don't Live in TV platform. Then later on that night, I would get up and join up with the D Starch team. Cause Joy got some stuff that you got to do, man. We didn't know it came up so fast, man. Baby's birthday, man.
Son's first birthday.
Son's first birthday.
So yeah. You know, my wife's already planning the party there.
And do it. I don't want Jada mad at me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will pop up in town, man. So we may get together, go out to the casino or something. You know what I'm saying? Go see our girl. What's your girl name? No, the one that we won the gift. That won the gift.
Sabrina,
yeah. Sabrina said she's a chef, so we're gonna go out and check Sabrina out, man.
And by check her out, we're gonna ask for something free.
Hey, don't you know it?
Right. I was gonna see what you built like.
Let's go into the show, down. Let's a listener, down. Come on, you hell.
Into my way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You hell, bud. You hell,
I like
man.
the curveballs, Jordan.
Hey, but
you like balls at all?
Y'all boys hell, boy.
This is why I'm gonna find me a whole new show. You know, people that with more compassion and understanding.
So what are you gonna call it? Nick and Balls?
Oh, see, this, I'm turning in my resignation quite soon.
Ball out. Ball out.
Keep going. It's gonna be like what Nick at? He over there.
They do what they used to say, balls to the wall.
You guys seem very familiar with balls. I don't know what the. You gotta bend that ass over, let the coochie breathe. And they have the balls. Balls everywhere.
Hey, y'all silly, bro.
Oh man, like we said, man, we got a good one for y'all tonight, man. Last week was a more serious show, man, so it wasn't a whole lot of laughter.
Oh man.
But man, once again, man, I can't say it enough, man. Justice for Jada West, man.
Yeah, and if they ever send the Cash App or the GoFundMe link, we'll be happy to post
they
it.
did send it. I do gotta send it over to
Oh, you got it? Yeah.
I've been tired of this week, but I'm gonna send it to you all and the Dope Living TV team before we can give a donation. So I did read. I don't know what's the source true or not, but it says Shaquille O'Neal actually agreed to pay for the whole funeral service. So I did reach out to Shaquille. Haven't got no response back yet, but if that's the case, we'll have him on the show. If he do respond back, so
okay. I wanna get into the listening letter, but first I want to ask y'all, and I don't think I got the clip. I'm pretty sure I could find it. But did y'all see the clip about the mom fighting the bus driver outside? Y'all ain't seen it yet. So
just the same bus driver?
No, different bus driver.
Okay,
different bus driver,
different situation.
Yeah, I was watching something and it kind of changed my perspective on like why we wanted to hold the bus driver accountable for the Jada West problem.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was these bus drivers be scared of these kids and scared of these parents. You feel me? Like bus drivers, they be scared. You feel me? But this bus driver wasn't scared. So apparently there was an incident between the bus driver and the child. The bus driver put her hands on the child. I'm assuming not in like a B to A type of way, but she put her hands on the child, probably redirected the child, told him not to do that, and the mama was irate. You feel me? And instead, the little boy grabbed the bus driver booty. That's what they said in the video. I don't know how true that is, but
bro, it's crazy though.
And the mama go to scrap it, and I'm just like, it's so insane that we live in a world now where an adult could tell you something about your child, an adult, right? And you immediately want to take the stance of your child didn't do no wrong.
Mm-hmm. We gotta stop this, dog. And it's funny that you said that, man, because I experienced the stuff this week. These kids, bro, these young YNs, you know what I'm saying? Because we can't use the N word. These young YNs, dog, they are so disrespectful, bro. And that same parent, it's just like, I'm gonna go back to the show that we had down in Cincinnati with the officer shooting the kid for stealing the vehicle. These parents don't want to hold their kids accountable for things that they do. Parents don't want to hold their kids accountable. So you want to find the room when somebody check your kid. Or like the case happened in Cincinnati, your kid gets shot or something happened to your kid. It starts at home. We send these kids out to school. You want the school to raise them. You want the coaches to raise them. Hey, if you don't want these kids, don't have these kids. Don't do the things to have kids. Or protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have them, give them away for somebody that can, man, because now these young YNs, dog, they are terrible, bro. When I said terrible, terrible. And they're going to make you put them hands on them, dog. I don't want to get into a rampage about that, dog, but that just struck a nerve, man, because these kids nowadays, man, they don't want to listen to nobody, bro. Nobody. It used to be a time, man, that I can be passing the neighbor house and they all don't call my grandma. I had to do XYZ to, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, if the neighbor says something to your kids, it's almost a fight with these parents. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
And my thing is, if your kid doing something on the bus that I need to address, I should be able to address your kids. I ain't saying put your hands on the kids, but sometimes these parents don't even want you to say that to their kids. You know what I'm saying? They go in these stores, they run around, they throwing stuff around, and they treat these stores like it's playgrounds. As soon as somebody say, hey, look, put that down, put that back. What? Don't be talking to my kid like this. Come on, man. That's just ghetto fabulous. No, man, it's crazy, bro. But hey, that ain't what the show about, man. Jordan just put that little sprink out there, and it hit a nerve.
Well, before you move on, I want to address something for both of y'all. But for you first, a parent cannot admit to their child being screwed up or take accountability, because when they do that, then they admit to not being shit themselves, because your child is a reflection of you. So if a parent step up and say, yes, I'm sorry, my child is fucked up and all that, they admitting that them themselves ain't shit. And you're saying that the bus drivers have this fear of the students and the parents. All that would be eliminated if you do what's in the protocol and turn that bus around and take your ass back to school. Let the school faculty deal with that shit. You're not supposed to be scrapping up, squaring off with the kids or the parents. If there's anything out of place or going wrong, you radio in and you turn that goddamn bus around and go back to school. You shouldn't have to deal with nothing besides driving and getting them kids from point A to point B.
But hear me out. Incident, bus driver pulling up to the stop, letting the kid off. All right, kid grab the bus driver booty as he walk out the door.
Kick him off the bus.
But
No. I'm sorry. Literally, take your foot and kick his ass off the bus.
But know what I'm saying?
Can't do that, bro.
What I'm saying to you is
You can't grab bus driver ass either. But he did it.
What I'm saying to you is the incident is beyond going back to the school now. The incident should be okay. I'm not saying you got to put hands on this child like you got to beat him, but you should be able to move his hand off of your person and redirect whatever he's trying to do away from you. And at the moment that you go talk to the parent, you met with hostility about what you did. Call the school, call the law.
Did she block the bus in?
I don't think so. Not in the video. I'm gonna find a video while we getting into other things. And
I feel you on that, Joe. You 100% right, though.
You sit your ass down and you drive the bus.
Oh, but listen. If it were me and a parent want to get irate, call the laws. Because now, guess what? I'm gonna call the laws. You might be banned from the school. Your child might be banned from the bus.
But you get your ass kicked while you waiting for the law.
No, I ain't getting my ass kicked while I'm waiting for the law. And if that person put hands on me, then they gonna see that consequence. You feel me? It is what it is. But I'm saying we need to start documenting stuff rather than taking matters in our own hands.
There's cameras on the bus.
No, that's not what I'm saying to you. This incident, let's say this little boy got a history of grabbing grown folk booty. And nobody ever said nothing. You feel me? Nobody put it on paper. You feel me? You think the FBI, when they go after somebody, they just got one incident? No, bro. They build a case on you. You got to start building cases on people. Just like when people shoplifting or stealing money from a store, they'll let you get 1, 2, 3, then that boom, you're caught. They build a case on you. And that's why I say we need to start calling the laws, because guess what? If the first time a parent get irate with a teacher, you call the laws on them, and the second time they do that, you call the laws on them again, eventually they're going to be like, hey, I need to chill. Because the law is going to be like, hey, we got to come back out here. We're going to arrest you.
But you know what they say, when they say stuff go on your child's permanent record, that be some bullshit.
Oh, I mean, whether it go on your child's permanent record or you grab somebody's booty, that's assault. That's sexual assault.
That's sexual, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not going to follow them.
It don't matter if it follow you. If I could get you transferred schools, I'm good. I did what I had to do.
Oh, you about ruining that child's life, huh?
Hey, if the child life gotta be ruined, that's what I'm talking about. If you done raised a little pervert, then that's the consequences you gotta deal with. Keep your hands to yourself.
It's better if I said not do it now than somebody when you get older, somebody boyfriend, somebody daddy.
Because imagine
out,
if the kid bold enough to grab the bus driver booty, he bold enough to grab other little girl booty.
Yeah.
Now
my daughter come home and said, hey, this little fresh boy don't grab her booty. I got a problem.
You feel me?
You got a picture of the bus driver?
I'm gonna find the video, man. Let's get into the list.
You don't get a list and find a picture of the bus driver.
You funny, bitch.
He probably said he did it too. He would have did it too.
What do y'all think of me?
Not enough.
Y'all that's sad, man. That's I got more integrity than that. I just want to see.
I'm sure you do.
What the bus driver look like. Working with.
So the listener letter, I don't think they included a name, but it said my son just turned 18 and my husband is telling me I need to put him out because he's not taking care of a grown man. Now my son is from a previous relationship, but my husband has been in his life for 15 years. He's accepted him and he's been a father figure this whole time. We also have 3 kids together, 2 girls and a boy. So there's 4 kids in this one house. That's crazy. That's a lot of kids. So I asked him, when our kids turn 18, are you putting them out too? Y'all, you will not believe his response. He told me his kids can stay as long as they need to in his house. He said, I was speechless, heartbroken. Now I feel like I'm being forced to choose. Put my son out of 18 with nowhere to go or go against my husband. What do? I need advice.
He full of shit. He didn't say tell a little motherfucker go get a job. He want to get out.
Yeah. He want Buddy to be gone.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. To put a child out of 18, dog, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Any one of my kids are welcome to come back home or be at home. Not to say, hey, look, it ain't gonna be no rules and regulations, but at the same time, I'm not finna just say get out and you ain't got a place to go. Living with me, you go, hey, after we talking about it, the conversation that we have over time, you gonna find a place to go because you gonna get tired. I ain't waking up day and day talking that shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But to put your kid out at age 18,
your stepchild, not your kid. Your stepchild.
But it goes back to they say 15 years. 15 years you've been the child parent. You know what I'm saying? Your step. Sometimes I hate the word step. You know what I'm saying? Because once you receive and marry the mom, that's your child now. You know what I'm saying? But to put that child out and you've been in his life since 15, and then the response of saying, hey, look, when the wife make a response and say, hey, look, so when our kids turn 18, is the same rules apply? And for you to turn around and say, my kids can stay longer as they need to, first of all, that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Me as a parent and my wife said, hey, look, so-and-so got to go. That ain't going down. It's going to be, we're going to have an argument every day. Because if my son or my daughter is not ready to go or don't have the means to leave their household and be out at age of 18, they're not going to go nowhere. But it will be some rules and guidelines. Say, look, you're 18, you need to go out and get a job, you need to go to school, you need to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no sitting around playing Nintendo PlayStation all day long. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have a plan. And I feel like as a father or stepfather, anything, you're the man of your household. You run your household. But you give your kids a plan. Not, hey, look, you just got to go. Because, and you as a mother, and I noticed, like Jordan said, you didn't add your name. You as a mother, you gotta stand up for your child. Because if you put your child out at the age 18 and something happens to your child, yeah, he's gonna feel bad, but you're gonna feel even worse as a mother. You birthed that child. That's your child. At the end of the day, your husband shouldn't be telling you that you got to put your child out. Now, everybody always say, okay, man, we don't know the other side of the story. We don't know what this kid is doing. You know what I'm saying? But from this letter right here, it's saying, hey, look, you've been a father for this child for 15 years. And if I'm doing my math right, this child was 3 years old when you came in his life. Then you go off to have some more kids. And now, all of a sudden, when this child turned 18, walk on stage, get his diploma, he got to go. That ain't a parent. Me at 15, 16, 17, we having a plan. Hey, what is your plan when you graduate? Your plan is not going to be sitting around playing Nintendo, running my light bill up, running my, saying not having a job. But I'm not finna put you out in this real world with no place to go. I'm not even finna pick my kid out. They have to live on government assistance. Not if I got a place to stay. It's just not happening on my way. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? People may say I'm wrong, but I just feel like we're putting these kids out here, man, in the world, and they got to make decisions at 18. And females, y'all gotta stop being hard up for these guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're your husbands or your boyfriends or your fiancés. If it don't work out for your kid, so you date. Because first of all, the man went to a woman with a kid, so you saw something in her.
Hey, I'm gonna just share my thoughts on this, and I know that what you're saying, I don't disagree with what you're saying, D. But I just want to say this: if you don't want to be with these women with kids already, stop getting with them. To your point, if you're gonna resent the child most of his life, all his life or her life, she already got a kid, then don't get with a woman that got a kid already. Now, it's a lot of shorties with babies. You feel me? It is what it is. It's a lot of shorties with babies. I've been seeing a lot of them Houston spring break videos, and hey, I'm telling you right now, them shorties was out there scantily clad. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but to tell this man that he got to get out because he 18, it's like, okay, I get what you're trying to do here. But to your point, D, is he finna go to school? Is he finna go to the army? Is he finna go? What is he finna do? Now, I understand not wanting to house somebody that's 18 years old, whether it's your kid or not your kid or somebody else's kid. I was talking to my uncle and his mom when he turned 18, and she was like, either you finna have to go to school or you finna have to get you a job so you get you a place to stay. You feel me? It was a harsh reality back then. But kids understood like, yo, either you finna go to school, like primary school, high school, you either finna get a trade, you finna get a job, or you gonna go off to school, like secondary school, post-secondary education, and you gonna figure this out. But you're not just gonna stay in the house and do nothing. And for that man to say that his kids could stay as long as they need, he doing a disservice to his kids. Because you're not gonna make your kids get up and go get it. You're not gonna make them go to school or go to work. You're not gonna make them do the same thing. You'll be doing a disservice to your kids to give them handouts and not, you know what I'm saying, and actually prepare this other young man for the real world. Because the real world ain't no handouts, man. Ain't nobody gonna hold your hand for you to do nothing. It's real out there. You either got to get a job, maintain a job, find a job. It's real out there. So I think that honestly, that man is doing that 18-year-old a better service than he's doing his own kids. Because when you realize once mama and daddy help is gone, you feel me? And they got 3 other kids, so I already know unless they bankrolling, you feel me? They probably struggling a little bit. So once mama and daddy help is gone, it's like, okay, well now what do I do? As a young man, especially, you got to figure that out. And you really need to be figuring that out in high school. You really need to be between the grades of 10 and 12. You need to figure out 10th, 11th, 12th grade to roll around. What you doing? What's your goal? What's your plan? And that comes from talking to your kids, speaking to your kids, helping them figure out what it is that they want to do. But to just say, oh, I'm gonna kick him out as soon as he turn 18, that's ridiculous, bro. Yeah. That's ridiculous. You just gonna add another member to the streets, and not, you know, the boy might be homeless. Now you gotta go find a place to stay. Maybe he get into some bad activity. That don't make no sense. Make kids have a plan. Make kids tell you what they're gonna do, what they want to do, what they plan on doing, and help them with the plans. Don't just put your kids out at 18. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense.
They make kids great again.
Exactly. Go ahead, Nick. I know you got something to say.
Well, based off the information from the letter, I came to the conclusion that this man has bonded with this child since the age of 3. So you've bonded, connected with this child for all these years, and now he's willing to toss him to the wind. So what's to say, because I'm assuming he's been dealing with the mother just as long. So what's to say that he's not willing to throw her ass out when something else come along or whenever he feel like it? So like this person, a person like this, I really don't trust him. Because like, it's like I can't rely on you because you saying fuck my child because it's not yours, even though you're using this child's life for 15 years. And then his siblings which is the kids we both had together.
Mhm.
They're supposed to watch their brother get tossed out. The older sibling is supposed to be like a protector. When the parents are not around, the older sibling is
The babysitter.
no, he's
Pretty
the
much.
guardian of the children.
Pretty much. The babysitter.
He's the guardian of the children.
He'll be doing some
And
babysitting in my house.
What he should be doing is having the child, like you said, go to trade school or go to some kind of school or do something, or get a job so it could be another income in that household. There's no reason to keep the boy out just
Yeah.
because he turned 18.
That don't make no sense.
So it's like, and you're not really giving a good reason, because 18 is not the reason why you kick them out, because the other kids are gonna turn 18 and he's not gonna kick them out.
Yeah.
So 18 is not the reason.
You
There's
just-
something else going on there.
He ain't come out your nutsack, so you don't like him.
Now, if the boy did something and she's not putting this in the letter, and this goes for everybody, all the D Stark family, the listeners, get it, be as much detailed as possible, because we're giving our opinions based off of the information that you're giving us. If you're giving us bullshit information, we're gonna give you bullshit opinions. So if it's something else going on between your son and his man, we need to know this so we can develop a plan to help you out. But as far as my opinion go, you might need to find an exit strategy, because this motherfucker here is not to be trusted in the long run. When shit, 15 years and he still ain't came around.
Yeah, I'm saying basically you're this kid's father, you know what I'm saying? And Jordan, you said the word step. I don't agree with the word step, you know what I'm saying? Especially 15 years, you know what I'm saying? You that child's bonus parent, you know what I'm saying? You're not a step parent.
This is the thing. If you don't agree with the word step, then you don't agree with the word biological. That child has the right to know that's not his real father.
And he knows this.
But what I'm saying to you is that title implies that, hey, this is my stepfather, just like my biological father is out there somewhere. You get what I'm saying?
You
Like,
think he was saying stepdad, or was you saying dad?
he probably calling him by his first name.
So would you call him Uncle? Hey, so would you call him Uncle Joe? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're milkman.
Hey,
Mailman, maintenance guy, what you would call him, dog?
call him by his first name. He in there calling that man Edward.
You call him Edward.
Hey, Edward, we got some more milk.
But now, real talk, I mean, I get what you're saying about the whole stepfather, father thing. And it is a lot of men who step up and help take care of a woman's other kids. I get that. But let's not negate the fact that this man is not this man's biological child. And the reason that needs to be stated, it needs to be understood, because heaven forbid something happens and they need to understand the connection between the biological father and the son. You know what I'm saying? They may need organ transplant. They may need some blood. They may need to do a psychological evaluation. Like, where you get that from? Because his mama not like that and you not his daddy.
Yeah, he just qualified from all that. But we're all mammals. We're all animals.
Mhm.
And in the wildlife, once an animal imprint on you, you guys are connected. You bonded. 15 years, this child has imprinted on this man.
Let me tell you something.
He's part of this man now.
Let me tell you something about the wildlife. Wildlife, this will never happen. When them lions come into a new pride, they killing all the jits from before. They killing them. That's how the animal kingdom
No,
works.
they gotta bow down, and you can't get with none of the women. Like you have no sex life. You're gonna bow down, and the king rules the pack. That's how it is in the wildlife.
What I'm telling you is, and I read this about zebras, and I didn't know zebras was this tough. Zebras, if some new zebras come over and take over some old zebras' territory, they will I think harass the mothers until they lose any babies that they pregnant with.
Oh, that's the white side of them.
You funny.
That's the white side of them. So you gotta-
My point is, in the animal world, when somebody comes to take, not even in the animal world, bro, in most societies, and we go back to medieval times, when people would pillage and plunder and take over other civilizations, they was killing them babies. You feel me? Oh, that's your old life. You finna start a new life with me.
They was killing the husbands and enslaving
The husbands was already dead.
The male child may have been enslaved or sold off, and the women, the female child and the women, they kept them around.
But the husband's already dead because they no defense no more. But the point that I'm making here is it's always been unacceptable for a long amount of time for a man to raise another man's child. Only have we done this in the last, I would say, 50 to maybe 80 years.
Yeah, they did it back in the days too, though. It's just
I can
that.
raise another man's child.
But what I'm saying to you is 80 years ago, right? We in 2026. 80 years ago would have been the 1940s, right?
Right.
All right, so maybe 100 years ago, 1926, before that, most folks was not raising other people's kids. You feel me? If you go back into history, when pharaohs and Egypt and was going on and all that good stuff, hey, boy, they was killing them kids. I guarantee you. And if Nick is saying they was selling the kids off, if they wasn't killing them, they was getting rid of them. Oh, this kid gotta go. This is my family now. This is my wife. You know what I'm saying? Even in China for a long time, and this ain't necessarily directly about men coming into a new role. Even in China, they was trying to get rid of the girls that was being born. They only wanted the sons.
Yeah, that's a 2-child maximum. The law was 2 kids. Like if your first child was a girl, then they would allow you to have a second child to try for an heir.
Mm-hmm.
But if your first child was a boy, then that's it for you.
Oh, so they offering the girls.
Well, a lot of them, they either threw them in the damn forest or put them up for adoption or something, or they was sold to the traffickers. But not too long ago, granddad would bring a child home from his other
family. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And
80 some years
and
ago.
grandmama raised that child.
Mm-hmm.
So it was situations where people's other children was being raised by someone that wasn't a biological parent.
Yeah, but that's a man bringing a child into a relationship.
So what do you think those saying about the male?
It was women bringing kids.
What I'm saying to you is even if that was the case, we're talking about in the last 100 years. What I'm saying is through majority of time. Okay, we talking about dark ages, we talking about medieval ages, we talking about when Pharaoh and them was around, we talking about when Genghis Khan and them was around. We've only lived as long as we've lived. We can only account for most of history from like 100 years ago. We really don't know in the day, back in the 1700s, 1600s, and before then. I'm telling you now, in the animal kingdom, it's typically a reflection of how humans operate, maybe with a little more empathy. In the world that we live in now, if some people came to take over a village or something like that back in the day, they killing the kids and keeping the wives. And they're going to have new kids. You feel me? And the craziest part about the past, wives who didn't want to conform to the new lifestyle, they probably killed them too. You had to be flexible as a wife. Your husband could be here today and gone tomorrow. You feel me? Oh, now we got new husbands. You feel me? Like my last husband like fried eggs. My new husband like grits. You feel me? Like it's real. That's what I'm saying. Only have we developed this compassion. But what I'm saying to you is if you're going to be cruel to the child off the ripper, or if you know you're not going to treat the child as if it's one of yours, if you know that's going to be difficult for you as a man, don't get with a lady that already has a child.
I can accept a child that's not biologically mine. What I can't accept is if a woman deceive me and get pregnant by somebody else and bring a child to me and make me think it's mine.
That's a big difference, though. Yeah,
I'm saying I can't accept that. It being another man's child, but I can accept another man's child with coming in the door. I know this is not my child.
Yeah.
So I can accept this child. I can embalm this child and raise him, especially if the father's dead or locked up for life. If the father's not around, that's my son or that's my daughter.
That's another challenge too, but what if the father is acting?
But shit, we ain't got nothing to talk about then.
Oh, we're a village now. We got your son got 2 father figures.
No, we don't. If the father wants to still come around and be father, I'm gonna let him be father.
But he can be a father, but if you're the man in Nick, if you're the man in the household and you got the cow, even though the other bull over there made this baby, you still gotta see about this calf.
My question is why don't you just let the child go be with the father? What's the father's current situation where he can't take care of the child?
I mean,
Hey, but my thing is,
for that.
Take my mic off.
I think the reason for this letter too, though, I'm like, first of all, as a woman, don't let a man dictate what you're gonna do with your child. And I'm speaking to every woman out there that's listening to the show tonight.
But you gotta be careful with that, D, because some women, their lifeline is that man. So in those situations,
Bro,
they really get.
There goes another thing. Don't go into a relationship where you got to depend on the person, where you got to make it. You got to follow their decision. You don't have an opinion at all. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because in any relationship, you should still have an opinion. You should still have an opinion. As a woman, you know what I'm saying? So, Nick, what I'm saying, a child is a child. Don't put your child out there in the world just giving your child away because for this dude. I know this your husband for 15 years, but we should have talked about this 15 years ago. What you think about my child? And these guys that date women with kids, you gotta think about the whole big picture. Because once you decide that y'all gonna be together, once you go meeting this lady kids, you gotta make that decision right now. You know what I'm saying? And my biggest thing, I always say in relationships, man, don't waste my time, bro. Don't waste my time.
But if
on the first date, you should talk about everything that you want and dislike. That saved me 15 years of heartbreak. It saves me going through all this time and everything, you know what I'm saying? But like I have said before, a lot of guys ain't really telling the truth what they're thinking about because they're trying to get to the cookie.
But if the box is good, though, D, what you
but there you go again, though. There you go. But now you don't like this stuff. You don't like the idea she got a kid. You don't like some of the things she do. But the cookie is good, and you want to go back, and you want to be with the cookie. Now you want to be there. You want to be with the cookie, but you really don't want the whole package. But what my thing is, being honest on that first date, bro. Save you a lot of time. Save you some divorce papers. Say you spending money getting married. You know what I'm saying? It saves a whole lot of time. Like I bought the show in. Time is something you can't get back. Don't waste my time. When I take you on a first date and you saying some things I don't like, man or woman. Hey, look, we're not going to proceed here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I had a nice time. Thanks for dinner. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we can rock.
But you can't get up so quick, though, D.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Hey, real talk. You date a girl. You meet a girl in the mall. You turn around like, damn, I got to holler at you. But first of all, you ain't thinking with this here. You think about what you want to do. But she give you the time of day. You hook up. You call. Hey, boom. Hey, I want to take you out. XYZ. She don't tell you nothing about she got to get a babysitter. None of this stuff. She don't tell you none of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go on a date. Tell me a little about yourself. She go to talking. Oh man, I got 2 kids, 2 baby daddies, and your red flags, things that you don't like, comes on. All your red flags coming on. You know what I'm saying? But you follow that ass in the mall. You know what I'm saying? You looking at it. You know what I'm saying? You saw it in the mall, but you like,
Hey, that's funny.
I gotta get that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, you should go after it.
But now you go out there, you get it, and now it's good. So now you didn't only get it, now you like it. Now you gotta put on and now you're acting. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta act like you like Lil John John. You know what I'm saying? Or Lil Britney. But you know you can't stand these motherfuckers. Now you gotta act like that because you want that cookie again. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, like you say, hey, like in this man's case, 15 years, that cookie must be good. 15 years you married. You don't have some more kids. But you knew 15 years ago that you didn't like Lil John John. That you didn't care for Lil John John. But you knew for you to continue getting that cookie, you had to take care of John John. You had to be a father to John John. Because that was the mother like. You know what I'm saying? The mother love that you're doing this type of stuff.
Yeah. The smartest thing be to do, like I said, bro. If it's gonna be that big of a problem, just find a shorty who ain't got no kids. Especially at the rate that shorty's giving up box nowadays. You feel me? And I ain't saying it's right, cause it ain't right. But at the rate that we going now, it's always another shorty somewhere.
But that ain't the ass you seen in the mall.
Don't matter.
But Jordan, what's the odds you finding someone who don't have kids that's of age that you're looking for?
Yeah, boy. Hey, nigga, like you put that on that of age.
It's very, very unlikely.
This the thing, man. You gotta stop going after the physical features. Because if your bottom line is you don't want a young lady with a kid, maybe she ain't got the biggest booty on the planet. You feel me? Maybe she doesn't have other things in the category that you want, but she doesn't have a kid. If that's your bottom line, then that's what you start looking for. It's kind of like shopping for cars, okay? If your bottom line is you don't want a car with a dent in it, well, I don't want to check that out. You're not gonna buy no car with no damage on it, okay?
You need to get out of the used car lot.
I have to trade off my attraction for someone who doesn't have kids. Is that what you're saying?
Well, this is the thing when it comes to physical attraction. Physical attraction is gonna fade anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the first thing that attracts you.
That's the first thing. However, physical attraction is going to fade anyway. A woman can be bad as all get out and have a terrible attitude. You feel me? Are you willing to put up with that terrible attitude because this woman's bad?
I'll put up with Swamp Thing with a good attitude.
I'm not saying that it gotta be a Swamp Thing, but what I'm saying to you is if your only goal is to have a woman that looks good, you in a world of trouble.
You have problems.
You're gonna have problems because the baddest shorties out here
bring problems.
Most of the time are gonna have some issues. And whether that's a kid already, or that's a bad attitude, or a bad personality, or they might got something, they might be burning. You feel me? Even the baddest ones be burning. So I'm saying that you have to really sit here and lay out what your non-negotiables are. If you know shorty got to be a 10, it's like, well, it's not that many 10s out here. Okay, but you could find one.
Yep.
Is it gonna be the best life you live? Maybe not. You want a shorty that ain't got no kid? Okay, it's a lot of shorties who do got kids. There's not a lot of them out here, but you could find one. Yep. You gotta figure out what you gotta go to the non-kid places.
And I don't know what episode it was, but we did have a radio show, dog, and we was talking about we were talking about our mates. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Did each one of your mates, did you hit the number 10 on each one of your mates checklist? You know what I'm saying? And it just, in our case, Jordan, Nick, you and your boyfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you hit, did you hit every check mark? You know what I'm saying? In the relationship that you in. 9 times 10.
Your wife married down.
Hey, yeah, you funny. Hey, D, don't even give it no time, boy.
Hey, I gotta give it. Hey, I'm gonna take that. God did come for you. Hey,
if you ain't bulletproof, don't come for me.
Hey, but that's funny.
Her family still kicking her. You made a fucked up decision with that.
Yeah, you funny.
You funny, Rick Flo.
Hey, but I'm gonna get into a couple other things I want to talk about. I want y'all to see this. I haven't looked for the bus driver video yet, but I want y'all to see this video about I think this is in the state of California, where a parent was told that she gotta address her kid as a he, and her kid was a she.
The fuck?
Hey,
I'll be packing up the move.
Hey,
we moving.
When I seen this, I was like, yo, there's no way this is legitimate. But this is a legitimate problem, bro. Like,
that's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Look, yeah. So basically, your kid going through some things. Little Miranda want to be called Michael now. You feel me? And the school say you got to do it.
You gonna be called when I raise your ass, dog. Come on.
Listen to this, bro. Listen to this.
My daughter, who was 13 years old,
We have some
Meaning
internet.
school started to call my daughter by male name, use male pronouns. And when I called the school and told them to stop, that next week, Child Protective Services was at my door. The next day, the police. And that was an immediate alert to me that the school wants to know better than wants to parent my child, and that if I didn't follow and call my daughter a boy, that Child Protective Services may come and take my child away. And at the time, I didn't really know how well, it goes back to dangerous the situation was. I later learned that parents in Southern California had lost custody of their children because she wouldn't transition her daughter. She wouldn't call her daughter a male, and CPS took her child. So now I knew that I already had a black mark. And a few months later, my daughter ran away. And the normal thing for a parent to do is to ask law enforcement to help find your child. She's 13, female, alone at night. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can't make that phone call because I know that there's already a file opened up on me and that Child Protective Services can swoop in anytime and take my child.
So many things going through my head, okay, at this moment. Is this a kind of blackmail? Like, how do you describe this scenario that you know if you don't basically follow what these...
Dangerous the situation was.
Hey, so before I continue this interview, this is wild right here. Think about the times that we living in, that CPS and the police and the school is all linked up together, trying to tell you what you can address your child as.
And that's why the kids are like they are today.
Think about
that's
how.
why.
That's what I'm saying. Think about how wild this is. That your daughter want to be called by male pronouns now, and the school say you got to do it or we gonna tell on the laws. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I'm not beating my kids. I'm not starving my kids. My kids coming to school. They don't got no issues when they come to school. And you mean to tell me that because my kid has some type of mental capacity to want to be a different gender, and this may just be a right now type of thing. This may not be they want to do this for the rest of their life. This may be a right now type of thing that I gotta go along with this. I'm not going along with this. That's crazy. But let's get into the rest of this, because I thought that this was so tragic to hear, bro, that she couldn't even call the police to help search for her child, because she knows if she did, they was probably gonna come and take her child away from her. That's the saddest thing in the world.
People are demanding of you, you might lose your child.
Well, it's coercion at its highest level. It's telling a parent that you either need to transition your child or you don't get to keep your child. It's forcing a parent to socially transition their child and later medicalize their child. Puts them in a position of the worst position a parent could be in is knowing that the government is coming after you because you believe in biological sex. You want to raise your daughter as a daughter that you know you birthed, that you know no human has ever changed sex. And you have the government telling you, no, you're abusive. You don't get to parent your child. The government knows better. This is America. This is insane.
People are demanding of you, you might lose your child.
Well, it's coercion at its highest level. It's telling a parent that you either need to transition your child or you don't get to keep your child. It's forcing a parent to socially transition their child and later medicalize their child. Puts them in a position.
I want to mute this. I want to read this last piece. It says you either transition your child or you don't get to keep your child. Attorney Aaron Friday says California Child Protective Services can threaten parents who refuse to use their child's preferred pronouns. She told me she feared calling police when her 13-year-old daughter ran away because she was worried CPS would take her child. My daughter, who was 13, just started high school, was secretly, so the mom didn't know about this, secretly socially transitioned in school. The school started to call my daughter by a male name, using male pronouns. When I called the school, told them that next week Child Protective Services at my door. That's what she said at the beginning of the interview. And for people who don't think that it's an agenda, like it's an attack on masculinity or an attack on femininity, this is what we have to deal with in the United States of America today. This is what we were up against. That they can come and take your kids for you not wanting to identify them by something that they're not.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I'm saying for me personally, and if my kids listening, if my thing is whatever you choose to do, you're gonna be the person that when you came out and I raised you as, you know what I'm saying, around me. Whatever you choose to do on around me, hey, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But if you were born as a female, you're gonna be a female. If you're born as a male, you're gonna be a male. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna address you that way. I don't have no hate against you, none of that. But it's no state gonna tell me. I guess the only state now I know is California, but I gotta call my child by something I don't want to call my child. You know what I'm saying? If I name you Tommy, I'm gonna call you Tommy. I didn't name you Tina. You know what I'm saying? So as a parent, I feel like a parent should call their child with their name on their birth certificate, not just saying, okay, hey, look, now I'm gonna call you Tina because you choose to be Tina.
That conversation that they just had is about as retarded as Magic Johnson's son saying he don't like gay men. And I said,
what?
That's what I said. Magic Johnson's son said he is not attracted to gay men.
What do he think he is?
Let's move on, guys.
But you know what? I feel on the other thing, me personally, I feel like if my child is not what I gave birth to, not what I brought home from the hospital, and the child decides to change up to something else later down the line, that child is lost to me anyway. So you losing your child to the government or whatever, that's really a benefit.
Like
no, Nick, that's wrong. Nick, that's wrong. Nick, I'm gonna stop you there. We got a whole America listening to us, but now I'm gonna stop you there. So as a parent, you're gonna be a parent regardless what your kid choose to do. At the end of the day, it don't matter what your kid, whatever your kid choose to do, you are still that child parent, and that's the problem.
The government tell me they're gonna lock my ass up. No, I can't do that. Government, you raised this motherfucker because if you restricting me from doing my job as a parent, then you raise him. There's nothing I can do. I name my child whatever the hell I name them, and I raise them as whatever the hell I raise them as. And now the government is coming in telling me, "Fuck that! You're gonna do it our way or no way." Take the child away and do and see how the child turn out. Because we got going to government
aid, government assistance.
But that's the thing, though. We got to change that. We got to change that because the government is creating some of these young YNs. You know what I'm saying? But when they get out in society, they want to kill them off and want to do all this kind of crazy stuff because the government got to get out of these households. Because I remember times, it's been times, bro, hey, look. I remember my grandma said, you call the police, you can go with them. You know what I'm saying? And the police, then, we got to get the law enforcement and all these government agency out of the household, telling me what I can do and how I can raise my kid. If I'm not child abusing my kid or beating them in a certain way that, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't even get involved. And that's the problem now. Parents can't even whoop their kids without the government being involved.
You know what's crazy though? I remember a couple episodes, probably like 50, 60 episodes ago, when I said I would disown my kids if they do something that is embarrassing to the family. So if my daughters decide they want to be OnlyFans stars, go on about your business, but don't involve me in this, because I ain't raised you to be like that.
But Jordan,
You imagine your friends that came across your daughter's OnlyFans page.
Oh boy,
How the hell do you hold your head up in society?
Yeah, you don't.
No, hold on, Jordan. It's just like you on this platform, dog.
These
Hey, Jordan.
motherfuckers, they don't think about that.
It's just like a president of woman's daughters. It don't matter what they do, you still president of daughters. You still their daughters. It's just like you on this platform here, Jordan. It don't matter what your daughters do. People still know that's Jordan's daughter. So why disown your child? You know what I'm saying? That's your child, bro.
If you wanna, and this is why
it shows he don't condone that.
This is why I say we need to bring shame back. Chinese families. You see Chinese families all the time. You want to be a disgrace to the family? Go and do that then. But you're not finna be in my space. You're not finna be around me, use my resources. I'm not finna kick it with you, kiki with you, barbecue with you, swim with you, ride bikes with you. I'm not doing none of that with you because I disagree with the lifestyle that you live in, and the lifestyle that you live in is bringing shame not only to you, but to your last name, which is my last name. You feel me? That's a problem for me because you wasn't raised like this. You wasn't raised to be in these activities. So a lot of people think that, oh, kids should be able to do whatever they want to do and not have no consequences. Well, no, because at some point, if you let your kids just do whatever they want to do, one, it's embarrassing to your family, number one. Number two, they're going to at some point figure out they can get away with whatever they want to do, and your parents ain't never gonna do nothing. At some point, you got to draw the line. Like, yo, I get forgiveness. Believe me, because I read my word a lot. I get forgiveness. But if you're going to constantly and consistently get online and be, you know, oh, I don't want to be a dude no more. I want to be a woman. Oh, you're going somewhere with that. I don't know how Magic Johnson stand next to his son, but I'm pretty sure they all in that Hollywood weird type of stuff, so they don't really care. I'm not part of that world. I think that a man should be a man and a woman should be a woman. A girl should be a girl. A boy should be a boy. God didn't make no mistakes when he created you. God don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say, oh, I wanna go and change my gender, you basically telling God like, oh yeah, nah, forget this. I don't want to be no man. I don't want to be no woman. And that's one of the most disrespectful things you could do.
And I hear you, man, but I'm just saying as a parent, are we really giving society? We're just making society worse, man. When you put your kid out there in the world and say, hey, look, I'm going to forget about you because you did something I dislike or you doing something I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I can let you know as your parent that I don't like this, but I ain't got to disown you because
if I told you I don't,
the world is all, but the world is already
you.
attacking you. The world is already attacking you. So why?
Because you're making poor decisions. That's why the world is attacking you.
Right.
Nobody is saying that you can't do what you want to do. Just like nobody is saying that you got to obey the speed limit sign on the road. It say 50, you doing 65. Okay. Nobody's saying that you can't do 65. But also, nobody is saying that you won't get a ticket. That's the point. It's consequences to this stuff. So if you want to get online and pop coochie for $15 a month and do everything that you want to do and post pictures of your body, no. I'm cool. You want to get a sex change and do it? No. I'm cool. We got to start bringing back the natural order of things because 50 years ago, if you went and told your grandma, hey, grandma, I want to be a woman, she might have smacked the spit out of your mouth, all of it. She might have hit you with a cast iron.
I get what you're saying, bro, but I'm saying I get what you're saying, but bro, at the same time, disowning your child is not helping the issue. That just, man, now you're creating that, hey, look, now I may want to consider suicide, or I may want to. They just you got, if you can't get love from outside your house, where you get love from?
Why wouldn't you just tighten up? If I told you I was going to disown you, why is the threat of me disowning you not enough for you to tighten up?
But Jordan, it's just like your mom told you, hey, don't go out there and have sex. She didn't disown you because you went out there and had sex.
I get that.
But he ain't going to have sex with another man.
Exactly. This is something ungodly. This is not called for. You feel me? And again, the speed limit sign tell you, hey, speed limit 65 now. Y'all out there doing 90. Okay. Oh, okay. You have to
Okay.
suffer the consequences.
Okay, Jordan, I got a ticket, dog. Damn, I'm sorry, dog.
I mean, I'm not. You funny, bro. It ain't.
You know what? I don't dislike those people. It's just not for me.
It's not natural.
It's like everybody is entitled to what they do and how they live, but everybody don't have to accept it.
That part,
Oh.
but as your child, you like you just said it, my fault. As your child, you don't have to accept it, but you don't neglect your child. That's your child. That's always gonna be your child, regardless. To put your child out there and say, but to put your child out there and say, hey, look, I'm not gonna deal with you because you're doing something I dislike. That ain't cool. That ain't cool, bro. I just
continue.
You can't help me change my mind on that.
So your son come home, not saying your son, but your son come home with a dress on, you gonna accept the man with open arms.
You know what? Me personally, me being me, and Nick, you're a comedian just like I am. My son ain't gonna wear a dress around me no way. Cause all the jokes I got, he ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna like it no way. But
after all the joking and laughing,
but if my son came to me and said on a serious note and sat down and said, "Hey, look, Dad, this is what I want to do," I'm gonna have that serious conversation with him and be like, "Hey, look, bro, I don't agree with none of this right here. This is all I ask. I love you, but I ask you not to do whatever you do that I don't like around me."
See, now you're being a hypocrite.
I'm not being a hypocrite because at the end of the day, that's my child. At the end of the day, that's my child. Now to accept a outside friend or something like that, that's totally different. But as my child, something I help bring into this world, somebody I help raise. Hey, look, son, daughter, I don't agree with what you're doing. I don't. As your father, I don't agree with this. But at the end of the day, you're my child, and I love you to death.
So you have that.
Just don't do this. Whatever you doing that I don't like, don't do around me.
So after that conversation with your son, the government come in and say, "You wrong. We're gonna lock your ass up."
Man, forget the government, dog. At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, and I don't stay in California, but those that stay in California, they need to protest. Because at the end of the day, what goes on in your household, you run your household. That's the problem right now. That's why these YNs do the stuff they do, because the government always want to jump in and say what you can and can't do to your kids, how you can discipline your kids. You can tell a child that got ass whoopings and a child that didn't get ass whoopings. You can tell that.
They need to stop
people in society and life, you can tell the kids that their parent was around and they beat their ass. And you can tell the kids that didn't get ass whooping, got the paddle and got the timeouts because they act out.
We got some comments if y'all want to get into them real quick.
Go get in the comments, man.
Go get in the comments, man. If I would get pissed.
It's too close
Man.
to home for D.
Kylie said, yes, bring shame back. Hey, I've been saying this. Bring shame back. We need to start shaming these folks because, hey, you know what? Side note, if y'all seen any of the videos with the Houston rodeo, they had to implement a dress code because our people don't have no shame. I mean, out Daisy Dukes, coochie cutters, 10 a.m., titties out and everything in broad daylight at the rodeo, at a family-friendly festival.
Nick, why you smiling?
I'm just interested
Because
in knowing
we don't have no shame.
That's
We
our
don't have
culture.
no shame. We don't have no
we don't.
that feeling of, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. We don't got that no more. It's, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I wish somebody would say something.
But you know what it is though, Jordan? The kids are having kids. Most parents are about 10 years older than the kid.
We'll bring back shaming the parents.
But
That's what I'm saying.
but we don't have parents. We got kids raising kids.
We need to start shaming people and shunning people from society to make bad decisions. Kylie said none of that. I think he mentioned this when I was talking about my daughters and whatnot. But yeah, bro, it's something to be said to my stance, because if I'm saying I'm willing to disown my children, I'm willing to no longer talk to you no more over the lifestyle that you live in. You wouldn't change the lifestyle that you live in?
So Jordan, I'm gonna hit you on something. So a sin is a sin, right?
Yeah.
So you seen it, and you don't like that. There's something your child do, and that's a sin. Both of them sins.
This the
But why
thing.
you come on?
this the thing. One, you're not supposed to constantly live in sin all day, every day, especially if you know it's a sin. Number one. Number two, there are some sins that are greater than other sins. Number two, and that's a fact. Hey, read your Bible.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Hey, right now, read your Bible. The reality is,
okay, D-Star Barber Store the show. We're gonna have that next Sunday.
And that's fine. I get the reality of what we're saying. Well, Jordan, you be committing wrong acts too. You right, and I ask the Lord to forgive me. But for my child to say, okay, I want to go against the Lord, no, you do that on your own time. Because in my house, we gonna serve the Lord, and I'm not finna be a part of allowing my child or being complacent with my child living this life that I disagree with. So go on with that. Go do that on your own time. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm telling you. But I ain't saying disown your child. Do this when you do your thing. But when you come to my house, you still gonna be my child. I'm not gonna be shooting shots at you. I'm lying on that piece. But anyway,
exactly.
I'm saying, but
exactly, bro. You're always gonna have.
I'm always gonna be a comedian. I'm always gonna be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but at the same time, I'm gonna always love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm always.
But you don't think that you making jokes about your kid lifestyle is gonna drive a wedge or a point?
No, it ain't about that. I'm a comedian. If my son come with, I'm a comedian. I do this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So hold on. Now you done hurt the boy feelings. Now what?
Okay, comedians do that. They hurt people's
Bad
feelings.
dad.
But what I'm saying is, okay, my son finna come over in a mini skirt. I'm gonna crack up on him, and then he gonna cry, and then now what? You feel me? Like
but you know what though, Jordan, you may get what you want to get in the outcome anyway. I want you to change. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if my son came to me and said, "Hey, look, Dad, I understand you try to be funny. I understand X, Y, Z. I don't like that. But what I'm gonna tell my son, hey, look, bro. Don't bring it around me.
Hold on.
You still good, and I still love you.
So
I'm not gonna disown you.
You saying your son can't bring his butt buddy to dinner?
No, that ain't happening.
Hey, if you're not gonna agree with the whole life, don't disagree with none of them.
And what name you gonna call back?
If you gonna stand on it, if you gonna say I love my kid, let him bring his butt buddy to dinner. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. You can't be half in, half out. Either you gonna tolerate this or you gonna be like, oh, nah, I ain't messing with this.
But my thing is, what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, if your child choose to get married or choose to do whatever they do, and to that partnership, if you love your child, you just gotta have a conversation. Hey, look, whatever y'all do, don't do it around me. When you come over here, Jonathan is your homeboy. Jonathan is not your husband. Denise is your homegirl.
What you're saying is, if your son is in the closet, it's cool. But if he out the closet, it's a problem.
I'm not gonna deny the love that my child needs from me. I'm not gonna disown my child because they choose to do something I don't like. I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna disown my child because they did something I don't like. Because think about all the things that we have done that our parents didn't like. They didn't disown us. They still raised us and still took care of us and still loved us.
I get what you're saying, but I think that when it comes to what the Bible calls sexual immorality, I think that's one of them things where it's like, yo, we got to start tightening up on this thing. I'm going to give you a good point. Right? The reason that we have problems with this in society now is because it's everywhere. It's out in the open. It's in your face. It's this, it's that. 50 years ago, okay? Matter of fact, I'll take it back. 70 years ago, people were scared. People were scared to even think about being homosexual or transgender or these things.
Not even that, Jordan. It just, like I'm saying, like you said, 50, 60 years ago, interracial dating was a problem. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
so I'm not going to disown my child because they want to date somebody white.
But you can't compare a man dating a man to a white.
That's the same thing. You saying your child is doing something. You saying your child is doing something you don't like. So if you do not like your child to marry or date outside their race, that's an issue. You don't like that.
I get that.
Because now, just like you asked me the question before. So if my son bring his homeboy over, Is that gonna be an issue? So now you don't like that your son is dating Caucasian or Mexican or whatever. Is it okay for them to bring him up to the house? That's the same difference. But it's the same difference. That's the same difference. That's something that you don't believe in. If it's something that you don't believe in, you don't believe in.
Thing. In the natural order of things, that's a man and a woman. Okay, that's fine. You feel me? That's what.
But you don't like it. But you don't like it.
But that's what God intended. God ain't got nothing against a man being with a woman, okay?
But you don't like the idea that it's a different color. You don't like it, so you still gonna disown your child.
That's fine. I'm not gonna disown my kids because
okay, then that's what I'm trying to tell you. Why would you
what they're doing is not immoral. There's the problem here is morality. Morals have to come into play somewhere. My son or daughters wanted to be with a person of a different race is not a problem for me. Morality is if you a girl, you're gonna be with a boy. If you a boy, you're gonna be with a girl. Those are my morals. Yeah, I have preferences, but I draw a line at morals.
I get that, but we got to go with today's world. We're in today's world. At the end of the day, we're in today's world. We're in today's world, and you saying the comment that you said that you'll disown your child. That's the issue I have. I don't have an issue with you disliking anything that you dislike.
Mm-hmm.
The issue that I have is you raised a child, you brought a child into this world, and you're gonna disown them because it's something that they're making a decision about something that you don't like. We make decisions in life that our parents didn't like. They didn't disown us, they still love us. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, why, even though your child have an issue, why push your child out into the world and say, hey, look, I'm not dealing with you no more. So now your child ain't got nowhere to go. Your child run down, one flat, be put out their apartment, ain't got no place to live. Your child can't even pick up the phone and say, hey, look, Dad, can I come stay home for a moment?
I got
to move back home. Or Dad, can you send me the rent money? Or Dad, can you do X, Y, Z? Because you don't like my preference.
I got a question for you. Is your child robbing a bank more serious, or is your child wanting to be a transgender more serious?
And my thing is, my child robbing the bank, he's gonna get a he gonna get his retirement plan.
Which one is more serious for you? Which one is more of a problem?
The problem is you're robbing the bank because at the end of the day, because what you want to be in life.
Okay,
that's on you.
So
the bank piece, I'm gonna end up talking to my child with a tombstone because you only get shot or you're gonna go to jail for a long time. Okay. Now, would you want to transition your life, or your life is your life? Whatever you want to do with your life is your life. I still have my child here where I can have a conversation with them. My child ain't doing something where they behind bars where I got to pick and choose when I want to spend time with my child.
Okay.
The question at hand, what I'm trying to get you to understand, Jordan, you're saying you're gonna disown your child.
But D, I'm
not right to disown your child as a parent.
Those are your morals. Okay. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. I'm just saying those are your morals. Your moral compass, your morality is if my child robs a bank, that's a bigger issue than my child being a transgender. My morals are not aligned like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong, it's different. I have a different subset of morals for how I expect my family to carry themselves. You feel me? I'm not going to tolerate certain things. Yeah, I don't want my kids robbing a bank, but if my kids pick up the phone and they say, Dad, I'm at the police station, me and my friends try to rob a bank, versus I pick up the phone, Dad, I'm at the police station, I'm finna get locked up for some prostitution with some dudes. What? What do you feel? You get the situation. Hey, let's get through the rest of the comments.
I'll take the bank phone
because we own an hour 15 minutes.
Hey, so, a good conversation though, man.
Alpha 5568 said, I support disowning a child who wants to be on OnlyFans. That is not a reflection of my parenting and their upbringing. I would guarantee 99% of the world's fathers, if their daughters jump on OnlyFans, even if their sons jump on OnlyFans, they will be ready to disown them.
I think if my son did it, and this is some double standard shit, and I'm not proud of, I would accept it more from my son than my daughter.
I wouldn't accept it from neither one of them.
But the thing is, how you know they're OnlyFans if you're not on OnlyFans? You're not on them. You mad because you scroll up because you scrolling on OnlyFans and you're shit.
Well, I mean, your
you mad
friends
about.
could tell you. You could be scrolling on Twitter. You could 9 times out of 10, when there's something that you don't know, and somebody knows you need to know, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you. I'm telling you right
I'm
now.
gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm telling you right now. If my daughters was on OnlyFans, somebody like Nick, who probably get the free OnlyFans video, be like, "Hey, Jordan, I think I seen one of your daughters on OnlyFans."
I'm highly offended.
You
Why
feel
do you
me?
think? Why do you think I would stoop to the free stuff?
Because
You're right, but
I know you ain't paying for
but the
it.
fact that you think that about me.
Regardless.
But oh no. Let me ask you this, and this is just a gauge for me to gauge your mentality.
His morality, his moral compass.
Your older son that you accepted, that went Transformer, you allowed him to come into the household, and 2 to 3 weeks later, your younger son come in wearing a skirt. What's your reaction?
Really, I'm saying, first of all, like I told you before, we're gonna wear the clothes that I bought you in the household around me. What you do outside my household, it is a reflection. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna disown my child for something that they're doing outside my household. Now, I'm not going to support it. It's a different than disowning and not supporting.
I'm waiting to answer though.
I'm giving you the answer.
Okay.
I'm not me. First of all, you know what I'm saying. I know the answer you want to say. Okay.
I want the honest answer.
No. I'm just saying. I'm gonna give you the answer that you want to hear, but that ain't really how what you want to hear. Hey, look. Now I'm blaming the oldest child.
I want the truth.
I'm blaming the oldest child for what the youngest child want to do, and that ain't the case.
No, I'm asking you, what would you do if your younger son popped up with a skirt
you know
on?
what? It's kind of hard to say that because neither one of my kids, my boys, are not doing it. They're not interested in wearing.
Well, but these are not your kids.
They more important. They more important than getting up under the skirt.
Imagine.
So I really can't answer the question like that.
Family picture day, D. Your son want to wear a pair of Daisy Dukes in the family picture next to your grandma, next to your mama.
Joy, you should have went there. Hey, shit, I went to the Chicago Bear game, but you had on a pair of Daisy Dukes.
Those are hoochie daddy shorts.
But the point,
so don't get them twisted.
The point is, your son want to wear a bow skirt and a tank top for the family photos for Thanksgiving.
That ain't happening.
But this is the problem with this.
That ain't happening.
I want to do it.
And the youngest son, like, he doing it, and I look up to him, so let me do it.
You feel me? You gonna tell your son, hey, take your ass on somewhere. You ain't getting in the picture. You ain't getting in the picture. You feel me? Your son come with one outfit. I didn't bring a change of clothes. You feel me?
You out the picture.
Y'all let JC Penny, y'all finna line up for the photo. He
That's
walked
a hell of a Christmas card.
Hey, key thing, we in JC Penny. Let me go buy your pair of pants, buddy. Come on.
But that's my point. You have to start drawing the line in some of this stuff because it gets too far. It goes too far. Let me nip this in the bud now because I'm not finna do this with you. God flooded the earth because it was so much sexual immorality going on. He just said, you know what? I'm finna kill them all. I'm finna kill them all. I'm going to kill them all. You feel me? He doesn't care. And we getting back to that point where it's like we don't care. We got a bunch of Transformers running around, our young ladies running around, no clothes on, slurping up all the D, throwing the cat around, our young men passing out D all around, our young men with young men, our young ladies with young ladies. We've gotten to a point in society where we don't have any morals anymore. And the problem is because we've said, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you like dudes now? Oh, it's okay. Oh, you want to wear a pride flag? Oh, it's okay. Oh, you want to be a Transformer? Dwayne Wade's son is a Transformer. It's okay. You know, and we continue allowing these things. We continue allow. Oh, Magic Johnson's son a Transformer. He doing all right. You'll be fine. We continue allowing these things. And our people have become soft. Our young men have become soft. You feel me? That's the problem. If we continue down this path, if we continue going at this rate, at what point do we start to say, dang, a lot of the dudes is soft now. You feel me? Like, at what point is it a problem for us to be like, well, you know, well, I told my son I didn't want him to be gay, but he's still gay, and I love him, and he bring his gay friend over the house sometimes, and I serve him chips and dip, and you know, I don't mind, I don't like it, but it's okay. At what point do you start to say, like, you know what, this is some bull? Bernie Mac could not live in the society that we in right now. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Bernie Mac been canceled 50 times by now. He been done for. I'm kind of glad he up out of here because he couldn't do it. And that's my point.
But that's the society we in, where we live in right now. You know what I'm saying? And
but that don't make it okay.
It don't make it okay, but parenting got to be parenting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, a lot of stuff goes on, man, because right now we're not being parents, and we allow the government to control how we raise our kids. We're allowing the government to tell us what we can and can't do with our kids. But you know what I'm saying? You kept skating around. The question was, you know what I'm saying? Why? It's a comment on here too that I want you to read.
Let's get to him.
The next
Alexis said we all got sins. Yeah, you're right. We do all have sins.
However,
okay. As a parent, you should not disown your child because of their decisions. Love the child, hate the sin. As a child, you're supposed to listen to your parents. That's what the Bible say. And if you're not listening to your parents, that's a problem. Sin is sin regardless. That's what the Bible say. Kids, listen to your parents. Children, listen to your parents. That's also a part of what the Bible says. Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm going to approve of everything that my child's doing. However, for my child to defact from the image of God that they was created in to go be something different, I'm not going for that.
So, Jordan, you telling me you did everything your mother wanted you to do?
I'm not saying I did everything that my mother wanted me to do. What I'm saying is, if my parents had a problem with something that I was doing, and it was also something that was very immoral, you feel me? It's called sexual immorality. If I know that this is a problem, I know this is unnatural. There's no way a man is supposed to be with a man and a woman is supposed to be with a woman. I know these things are a problem. I'm not going to continue to do them. I know that we all sin and we all fall short of the glory, but to purposely sin and purposely fall short of the glory every day, to basically just put your morals to the side every day, all day, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's insane. That's insanity to me. And I'm not saying that it will be easy for me to disown my child. Of course it's going to be hard. Of course it's going to be difficult. Of course I'm going to try to bring them back and try to, you know, and try to be the best parent I can. But this is the thing. I'm not as patient as our Lord and Savior. You feel me? I have good patience, but it's not finna be like, oh, well, my son finna do this and my son finna do this, or my daughter's finna do this and my daughter's finna do that. And I'm not finna say something or do something because at that point I've given up on my parenting. I'm not doing that.
You said what you're going to say and move on. You know what I'm saying? Because they still your kid. You can't change that. Your son last name still going to be Reeves regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Guess what? That's fine. And when they ask me about it, I'll be like, no relation. Like Uncle Rucker said.
You know, I think the biggest thing is, and we gotta, you know, switch things up. I don't think it's with me. I don't hate them.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to see heterosexual people making out in public. Like all that shit should be done behind closed doors, whatever. So if I don't want to see heterosexual people doing it, I damn sure don't want to see same-sex people doing it. But like I said, I don't hate them and I don't have a problem with them. It's just that they don't have restrictions. It's like it ain't shit that some things you're supposed to keep to yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think if we all just kept our personal shit in private, we can get along better. because what the world is doing right now is causing more and more separation. Is every time you turn around, is more separation.
Yep.
It's separation between men and women. It's separation between races. It's separation between your sexual preference. Now, not only do you have to worry about your sexual preference, you got to worry about a person want to change their gender and compete with the people of that natural gender.
Yep.
And I said before, you cannot out-woman a woman. If you're not a woman, you cannot out-woman a woman. Just like you cannot out-man a man if you was not naturally a man. We have all this separation going on. So we need to get back to unity. And by doing so, we just have to keep our private lives private more. I'm not saying be ashamed of who you are or what you are. Just keep your private life private. I don't need to know how many dicks John did last night. I don't even know that. Keep that shit to yourself.
Hey,
I can be cool with you. Just if you know that that's not my cup of tea, that's not the lane I ride in, keep that shit to yourself. And we'll all be cool. Like I said, I don't hate them people. I don't have a problem with them.
Mhm.
It's just that I feel keep your shit to yourself.
and you know
And I'm
what?
gonna keep mine to myself.
And I want to say this: I'm not gonna hate my kids. I'm not. I still will love my kids. However, I'm not going to let that be around me. So you're gonna have to go do that somewhere else. I love my kids to death. However, when I say disown, I mean I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I can love you all I want. You feel me? I can love you all I want.
That sounds like disowning.
But you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta go do that somewhere else. You need to go figure that out somewhere else. But you're not gonna be around me. Okay? And if that's not enough straightening for my kids to figure out, like, dang, my pops don't want to be around me at all. But I really want to live this life. Okay, go live the life you want to live.
Keep it to yourself.
Don't get me involved in it. And if you call me and I don't pick up, leave a message. You feel me?
You gonna get back to him?
I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to you.
How long?
We got one more
How long it's gonna
comment.
take you to get into him?
I don't know. Depending on what I got going on. Kentavious Jordan said times has changed as much as the world has become more diverse in the society we live in. Times has changed, but a man.
What's their name?
Kentavious Jordan.
And what is he?
I don't know.
Is it a he?
Yeah, I'm sure that's a young man. Or
That's a dude. Yeah, that's a dude.
Okay.
He said times has changed as much as the world has become more diverse in society we live in. And I get that. I get that.
I want to know your
100%.
pronouns.
But this is the thing. A man and a woman still make a baby. That's how God intended it to be. Guess what? A man and a man can't make a baby, and a woman can't make a baby. I remember I got into an argument with some of my coworkers, like, you know, about a child having two dads or two moms. And like, oh no, it's cool. They be understanding nowadays. I said a child is never gonna understand why they have two moms and two dads. That's not something that is one of them things like, yeah, I grew up with two dads.
The kids at school won't allow them to accept that.
Not only that, but it's just the psychology behind, like, okay, well, you need a woman and a man, or you need a masculine and a feminine to raise these kids. So you mean to tell me one of the fathers is going to be feminine and one of the fathers is going to be masculine? I don't get that. I don't get that. It's like a stud putting on a strap and the other stud sucking on the strap. I don't get that. I don't understand.
Man, let's go to credits. Hold up.
You know what? We need some people of that lifestyle to get on to explain some things.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't.
I don't
No, we
understand how two films get together or
No,
two
we don't.
studs get together.
Hey, boy.
Are you attracted to? I don't know.
If we ain't
No, we
canceled
don't.
by then, we'll surely be canceled.
Hey, we won't have it on this show. We can have it on Nick After Dark.
He's saying if they come on and explain their side of the story, it's a problem. It's because right now it's one-sided. Nobody's here to defend their side.
You know what?
Maybe we should have some people on and ask.
You know what? We would not find out on this on this channel.
You know what? See,
I want to know the perks of being gay.
your phobias is getting out of hand.
I can tell you, we can do the After Dark. We can do it on After Dark, but I don't see doing it on this platform.
I want to know the perks of being a transformer. I need to know.
We won't do it on this one right here.
I guess we're not as woke as people thought we were.
I'm saying we probably do it at a live show or
just say no.
Or a D-Star after.
You got classifieds, just say no.
We have to give it HR.
Hey, but this has been a good conversation.
Hey, when Ray get back, if Ray says it's okay, guess what? Hey, we just go we probably have to start rebranding.
Yeah,
so
y'all
gotta start rebranding.
Y'all funny, man.
Ray
But,
like, I'm strictly.
Yeah, you silly.
But the show got some big things coming on, man. I don't want to let the cat out the bag. But I have been working on some stuff, man. It may be on a different night versus from this night, but we may be bringing the countdown show back. It's coming. We got some things I've been working on, so maybe a weekend thing. So we haven't figured out. But we got people looking into us, man, that want to spend some money with us. But one thing I had to say before we close out tonight: how many people drink beer on ice with a straw?
We should bring your hair follicles back too. While we at it.
Hey man,
just dig the motherfuckers out the trenches.
It's been another episode of the D-Star Show.
Dig them hair follicles.